Welcome back to Walford on Tap, where we discuss today's topic being Anthony Truman. I had the title, I had it, and then the words came to me. I fumbled. I can't believe I fumbled again. But this is going to be discussing Anthony. Anthony has and also I am joined by Ash. You want to say hello?
Hello.
Um,
Yeah, he nearly had the title and then fumbled it and then didn't have anything even remotely close.
yeah. I'm like a drunken horse. But yeah, this is going to discuss Anthony and what he does. And I will say, I'm just going to give brief context. If you're wondering why,
Also, today's episode being the 3rd
yeah,
of the 12th,
a third of the 12th,
2025.
third of the 12th. Sorry, I forgot to say the date. But just to give a brief context, why is Anthony doing what he's doing? Well, in Monday's episode, he sees Penny. Obviously, she's asking where the ring is because she hasn't got it, and her prescription went missing. Seems a bit. I don't know why he's stealing a prescription, but fair enough. But the ring went missing, and then coincidentally, Kim got given an engagement ring.
Look at
Uh,
the thumbnail I just made.
what's the thumbnail? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
I
Um,
love him.
Can I open this image in Chrome?
Oh my god. Sorry, it will be shown on the screen in a second.
Yeah, sorry, I've been fumbling here. Let me go to there. There you go. I'm gonna. I'll flash it up when we get to the end of the episode. But so yeah, in Monday's episode, coincidentally, and sorry if the screen went black for a second. I was trying to find like the how to put the image up on screen. I'm sorry. So yeah, you didn't get any faulty things. It was just me messing around. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, he gets the ring from Penny, and then in Tuesday's episode, I won't tell if you don't tell. Because obviously Howie right, sorry, side note, and I fucking love this. So Howie, knowing his back is up against the wall, with the ring obviously being fake, or not fake, being pennies, he's like, "Hey, Patrick, can you give me the phone number of his ex-wife?" He gets the phone number, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'm putting a restraining order against him." Obviously, he then goes up to Anthony on, "I got a bluff, mate." And then Anthony went, "Won't tell if you don't tell." And then he went, "Okay, fair enough." And we follow up from where we left off last night, where obviously Howie and Anthony, where Anthony and Howie are celebrating, and then Howie just like a dick goes up to King on, "Yeah, you do know he has a restraining order against his wife has a restraining order against him." Which then Kim angrily marches over to the office, to the doctor's where he works, private GP, and, and fucking is like, "You have a restraining, your wife has a restraining order against you. What the fuck did you do, mate?" And then he's like, yeah. And then obviously Oscar meets Anthony, and Oscar's like, "Oh, mate, how are you? Yeah, Howie's never done anything wrong." And then Anthony's like, "Yeah, all right. What have you got to say?" And then he's like, "Nothing." So he obviously tells him the truth about how he took the money and blackmailed Oscar and Lauren. And Anthony going, "I've got double bluff, mate." Um, anything else happen? Did I miss some scenes or?
No, it's just Anthony sussing him out. It's been Anthony sussing him out. How he's sussing Anthony out. Obviously, Oscar tells Anthony the fact that how he blackmailed them for Patrick's money.
Yep.
I say that it was kind of Howie's money as well. Let's be real, but he did still rob it anyways. So and then from that point onward, Anthony is the cat that's got the cream. Just like he's got him right where he wants him. He says, I'm going to do this big speech. I'm going to do a big speech to the happy couple. And then Howie sat there just like, Ooh. Um, and that's where he takes center stage. He does a big speech. He doesn't out anything though. He says to the happy couple, and then Patrick does a speech. And Patrick's like, "Look, I view you like a son to me. You've got the love of the woman. You've got a family. That's what it's all about." And then Anthony's like, "Really, really, wow, wow, a son, like a son. My God, how dare you? Your son is a little pathetic little bitch." No, but, I mean, I don't actually remember the words, but that's essentially the crux of what happens. He
Uh,
says he's a blackmailing little two-bit weasel.
and then obviously, I've had the image up for the past minute when you were saying what happens at the speech. But obviously, this is Howie's face when the secret is revealed. Um, like I said, it's like he's just letting a wet fart out in an elevator, like he's just or holding it in. Just, oh. But I guess we'll just see because it's only 6 minutes. I don't really know where to go because that was pretty much the episode. I
I just
don't.
need to talk about Anthony Truman, really. I think, you know how you see a character who's so shit and you just think he's absolute hot garbage?
Mhm.
It's now going the other way, where I think it is just turning into actual, like, enjoying of the character.
Yeah, I've been
It's
in.
only because the fact that I think it's only because he's now being a bit of something of a villain, which makes it more fun. But
I'm.
I think if he just goes back to being straight-laced, boring Anthony, I'm out on it. But if he keeps being like pantomime villain, I'm in.
I mean, the problem is you made me a fan of Anthony unironically when he returned because you not hammered over my head, but you basically brought up a lot that he was wooden, which he is. We will admit that. But it became to a point where he became so wooden when I seen him act that he became just more enjoyment of watching him, which just it's watching him unironically and it's sort of funny because obviously people go, yeah, EastEnders people can't act, um, and it's like, yeah, fair enough, but like with Anthony, it's a different beast because he just, I don't know, he's just something of an amazement. But it's also the fact that how he's like, yeah, you have a restraining order against your wife has a restraining order against you, and he's like, hey, you blackmailed two people over my dad being hit over the head, so fuck you. But also, I just will say, I think Howie has to leave now. I don't really know if Howie's going to stay or if he's going to leave. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow, won't we? Ash?
Yeah, we will. We will be covering it, of course. I don't know. It's it's something else, isn't it? Like the fact that he's so unbelievably ridiculously boring that it just becomes incredibly funny. Um, I love it. I do love it. I do love Anthony Truman now. I'm in. I'm in. I am a Truman now.
I will say, and I did bring it up in the reactions. I don't know whether they kept it or not. But if people are saying that his character is being assassinated, I do agree with you in an instance. And obviously, I know people are going to say Alfie 2018. No one's going to say that. But just to give that comparison, where it went wrong with Alfie was we seen him previously in the show. Anthony, he only really popped up like twice since he left. Like he only really popped up like once or twice, being like, "Hello, I'm here. Bye, I'm gone." So it's very hard in my opinion because like Zoe, you want to put all your like chips in the basket and invest in her, even if like it's boring in most weeks because it's like, "Oh, who stalked me now? Oh, it's you." Oh, but what I will say is, in comparison to Anthony, it's just I don't really know how you want to take his character because they pretty much established like last time that he was married, and and I know this might be mean. I don't think they'll ever bring his family in, his
No.
ex-wife or anything. So I do like the route they went with this, but I do understand the sentiment of people who watched Anthony in the 2000s thinking his character has been assassinated or flanderized, I think the term is. Um, I do understand like the like sentiment of why people would think that because again, 2018 Alpha Moon, but Yeah, it's just I understand both sides. I do think it's funny though seeing him with a bad boy arc. Because he's just fucking phenomenal. Anthony Truman, you are winning the Anthony Truman Award when we do our awards at the end of the year. You're winning it, mate. I'm already giving out my pick. You're winning it. And also, just side note, Oscar does a fucking Godfather impression. I think it's Godfather he does, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, he does an
He asked
impression of him.
Lauren if he asked Lauren to be the Godfather.
Yeah. Which I hope he is, because imagine having Oscar as your Godfather. That'd be fucking banging. Um,
I mean, fingers crossed Lauren doesn't die on screen for a fucking shit ton of time.
Fingers crossed.
But I don't know, they just love killing off the Brannins, so.
Hmm. But that is the episode. And one last time, gonna flash it up on screen. Howie and Anthony's face. Just look at that. Look at the two smug faces here. Howie, whose just entire life has crumbled. Anthony, who has the shittest grin, shittest grin possible. We'll see you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye.